Why we need a Switch Heavy. What is a Switch Heavy? It's why I would like a Switch Heavy or just a pure consoleized Switch. I don't play in handheld mode. I don't think it's a necessary function, especially for the way that I play it. I know the numbers show that many people like to play it on the go. I don't. When I leave the house, I like to leave that kind of stuff behind. Get away from it all, which includes that stuff. Now, if there was a consoleized version, no screen, no attachable Joy-Cons, so you don't have to worry about charging them on the console, I think it would be great. I would buy one. Price of $100-150. Half the size of a GameCube, third the size of a GameCube. Have all the normal ports, maybe more USB ports. Throw in some extra slots so you can actually leave more than one cartridge in the system. That'd be cool. Let it accept larger size. That's bright. Larger size SD cards. I think it would be a great entry. You don't have to worry about your dock going bad, which mine, even though we don't get a ton of use out of it, there's still times I have to pull the system off, turn it on, and then finagle it around on the dock so that it'll actually work. It's really frustrating, especially since I don't play it in handheld mode. I think I've done it once or twice, and that was shortly after we got it. It was like, okay, yeah, that's neat. And it was like a novel idea. That was it. It doesn't really do anything for me. I would really like a cheap alternative to buying a second one, because $300 for a system that I'm not going to use in handheld mode, I don't like. But I'd love to be able to keep one downstairs, which is the console, in the dock. Or you possibly can send it with the Munchkin off to school. But it'd be great to have one upstairs. And like I said, I don't want to spend $300. Yes, you can buy extra dock, and you can buy an extra Nintendo cable, and both of those together, as little as $50, up to over $100 for it. But I just see the dock is a point of failure, especially if you're pulling it off and putting it back on. And I don't know, we're going to see an issue in 5-10 years, which is crazy to think the Switch has already been out, what, 7 or 8 years? They're still charging $300 for it. Eee. Nintendo's got a good thing. It shows that you don't need to have all the fancy graphics and everything else, because what they do looks great. You could argue it even plays better than it looks. A lot of Nintendo stuff, first party, it's the best stuff out there. It's hard to argue with that. They're the most consistent because they just want to make good games. That's what they're concerned about. Not much else. Because that's their business. That's their bread and butter. But back to the Switch Heavy. I think it'd be great. A cheap entry level to get people in on the Switch. You don't have to worry about all this extra stuff, aka the dock. Which to me is just, I don't like the dock. It doesn't seem like a good system. Because what it is you bought a handheld system and a dock. You're forced to buy the dock unless you buy a light. So why can't we have a heavy that's just a console? I think it would be a good thing. Would that interest any of you? Just a consoleized Switch that you can just sit in front of the TV, leave it plugged in, don't have to worry about messing around with the dock. You hit the power button, it comes on, it sends a signal. Instead of you hit the power button, you jiggle it on the dock and hope it makes a connection. And if you have small kids, does anyone have any more problems with that? I think most of the time I had issues with it was when the Munchkin was watching some kids and they were playing the Switch. So I don't know if that was it getting bumped or what. But yeah, what would you think about it? Especially if it was half the price of a current Switch. Would you buy one? Would you at least be interested in one? Let me know. Comments below. Like, subscribe, and comment, all that good stuff. Catch you all later.